Well, seeing I'm going out of town to do some quadding, I was going to make a cold start on this. Tires are pretty low as you can see right there, but just going to start her up, move it up here, and fill the tires. Hoses will reach, but I don't think they'll pop off the bead. I've already seen like 5 motorbikes out today. Sweet. Holy, that battery was dead. I can't believe that. If I would have let it sit any longer, it might not have started there. This thing's always okay. It's starting in warm weather, so. Running a little rich there with the choke on, eh? After this, I gotta move the SS16, and then the 400EX has to come out. Let this run for a while before I even try moving it. If it stalls, it might not start again. I do got a brand new battery to install on it, so I might do that too today. So, and there we go, loaded up, ready to go. There we go, nice and hot. Just gave her a couple revs, fan came on. I see no leaks. I think she's good to be kicked out of town for the rest of the year. Exhaust tip. I don't think that's anything to worry about on oil filter there. Looks a bit damp. Yeah, looks good to me. I'm not going to worry about any of that. Okay, good to go. Well, pulled out the 400 to do a little bit of work on it tonight when I get back. Just going to drop off the quad in a few minutes. And gotta park this machine. Oh, I thought that was going to happen. Sunk. Went over the edge. Probably not going to get out of here now. No. Okay, maybe I'll just leave this here. Battery was a bit low. I should actually let it run a little bit longer, but good enough for now. And we're almost out there to drop off the quad, and yeah, not much for snow out here. I was actually hoping to play in some snow, well, some in the ditches there, but just with the old man here drinking his energy drink. So, and see, I can't even see if there's any water in this little river. Oh yeah, it's pretty good.
It's running pretty good. Yeah.
Oh yeah, stay on the road there. Well, when I get there, I'll see how the snow looks. Well, just getting ready to start tearing into this. Machine hasn't ran in quite some time. It's virtually completely out of gas. Gonna pull off the fender. I got aluminum air box, so I gotta unbolt that. I'm gonna put the battery on and charge because I'm pretty sure by now it's probably almost completely dead. I did a cold start in the winter. I think it was a month ago. I don't know, and pretty much ran out of the gas, and I'm sure the battery didn't get put away fully charged. Probably stone dead. Oh, well, that's not what I was expecting to happen. So as you can see, I got no baffle on her. So, oh, she's gonna stall. Oh, there we go. Well, needs a little bit of work. Has been sitting quite a while, and as you can see, I put it away nice and dirty. So, last buddy to drive it was my buddy Adam, and he'll probably be driving it tomorrow because we're going to go check out some of the trails. Today, I just brought my Polaris Sportsman 500 out there, so I'm going to be doing an oil change and adjusting the valves on her. Well, I'm just getting ready to remove my airbox cover. Just gave her a quick wet down so I can wipe the dirt off it before I open it. As you can see, this aluminum airbox on this one here, it's designed to use the factory snorkel on it. Yeah, there's a hole there that I never filled, but it's not really sealed right there either, so it's not a completely sealed unit. So I left that one open on purpose. You meant to run some shit through there, but the way this one is designed, once I get this cover open, if it's not too dirty on the inside, which I don't know how bad it's going to be, because you can actually see right here that, yeah, some mud went... That's on the inside, a lot of that mud. So, I don't know how bad it's going to be on once I open that up. So, the little tit on the bottom doesn't look like it's plugged or anything. So, yeah, just gave this a wet down so I can pop that apart and see what it looks like inside. Well, that is not what I was expecting to see when I opened her up. She is clean as a whistle. I mean, there's a little bit of dirt in there, but holy crap, I was expecting this here to be completely drenched in the filter, to be pretty damn dirty. Couple leaves stuck in there, so a little bit of shit. So yeah, not going to worry about any of that right now. Just going to leave it the way it is. But just because I have started it a few times and have technically not let it run much, so the battery is not going to be fully charged, I'm going to slowly reach in there and hook my battery charger up to it and charge it. Yes, I did have plans when I put this together to have a charging lead so I could just plug in the charger, a 1 amp charger into it, but never had a chance. Mind you, I could back feed it through the taillight wires. Nope, not going to do that. So yeah, give it a little bit of a charge. So that, I was expecting that was going to be horrible because we thought he swamped it when he went in deep water, but I guess the water he sucked up was pretty clean. Well, I guess the battery actually wasn't that low. Huh. So still give it a little bit of a charge just in case. As you can see, I had to wrap the terminal in tape there to shove it on. It was a little bit of a bitch, but yeah, shows 60% roughly, so it was a little bit low, but not by much. So I'm going to let that charge while I do the oil change. Should bring it up to about 16 volts. Okay, well, I guess that battery was actually pretty charged. Charger only went for maybe a minute or two, and now it's fully charged. So, I guess I did run it long enough to charge battery. I just wanted to double check. We had a rattle last time I used it, and look at this. Move that basin. Don't want to get oil or dirt in that basin, seeing I'm going to be running that through a diesel. Look at this. Good thing I found that, eh? Don't want to lose that sucker. As you can see, one bracket's already missing, but not too big of a deal. Exhaust bolts kind of hold that on after. That's for the old Nerf bars that I removed off it, which I technically should put back on it now. But, I'm too lazy to do that. So I see my high pressure line right there is starting to seep. A little bit wet looking, but nothing I'm going to worry about yet. So actually, that's the... yeah, that's the return going up to the top, so... It's actually not high pressure. It's not under any high pressure or anything, so... Not going into the oil tank. Not as far as I know, anyway, but... see how dirty this is. Yeah, it's not that bad yet, but yeah, it's time to change her. This engine oil here, believe it or not, I only changed it once after breaking in for a few minutes. I think I ran it for 10 minutes and then changed it once just to get out all the assembly grease, because this motor I completely rebuilt. So I'll dump that oil, take a look at the filter, clean the filter, put it back in. It's a K&N, one of the metal mesh ones that you can clean, so... Well, I guess I'll start doing that. Yummy. Looks like a little bit of moisture and assembly lube still in there. So, draining her right now. Makes sense. A little bit of moisture. Sitting for a while. Again, I only did one oil change after I put this thing back together, so just to dump the assembly lube. Wonder how clean the filter is. Well, the filter came out pretty nice and clean, a little bit dirty, but when I put in this motor, I didn't flush the oil tank, so I thought there'd be a little bit more than that in there, but nope, looks pretty nice and clean. Not a single speck of aluminum in here, or metal shavings whatsoever. And no sandblaster grit, because this is the motor that I completely sandblasted and painted. I sandblasted the cases and everything and painted it. Got a little bit of a seepage right at the corner here, but who cares? It's nothing to worry about. It's not like it's dripping down or anything, so Not going to worry about that. That's where the timing chain is. So it looks like a little bit more up there. Oh yeah, actually I forgot about that. That's the one when I put on the cylinder here. That bolt needed to be. That's actually in the jug, not the head. That one there, maybe it was. Yeah, that's the one that goes all the way down. There was one that needed to be tapped out, and I didn't realize it until I already had the head on. So that kind of sucks. Was this one? Yeah, that one's on there. Sweet. You know, now that I think of it, I should not have put the seat standing up like that. Look at all the water draining out of the seat. You know, I should have left it just because I'm not the one driving it. Yeah, you can see it needs a seat recover. It's worn through here and right here. So technically I could just put that seat vinyl repair shit over it, but yep. Oh, that's kind of funny. Should have just left it like that. Oil change is done. Just gotta fill her back up, and don't know what else I'll do. Oh, of course, adjusting oil chain, but I'm not going to bother adjusting the valves today. The rattling noise actually might have been that that piece right there. Hard to say. The valves aren't horribly out of adjustment. I know that. They're pretty good still. Cool. And of course, my old man, he's at 188 subs on his YouTube channel. And he's under DRV Shaft Drew. He just wanted me to throw this in his video because, again, he's desperate. Yeah. He needs beer money. Yeah. What? Well, what else are you going to do with your first YouTube check?
What?
What else are you going to do with your first check?
Buy a camera holder.
That's a camera stand?
Yeah.
I guess that's just as good. So, yeah, he's doing pretty decent. A lot better than I did when I first started. So, time to clean up some mess, put some oil in her, and decide what else I'm going to do on this page. Of course, the nicest part on this quad right there. It's probably the nicest part on it. Aftermarket front suspension. And of course, fenders that are pretty worn out. And I'm going to be changing the rear tires probably in another month or two. And the handlebars and handlebar spacers. Yeah, that's going to make a little bit of a noise. Well, there we go. Got the exhaust nice and snug. And got her pretty much ready to go. Just going to leave the seat off it overnight to try to drain a bit more. Because that's quite a bit of water that came out of it there. And that's with the in-floor heating evaporating it pretty quick. So, I was thinking of polishing her up, but yeah, then the seat gets pretty slippery. Mind you, it'd make for a nice fail video, but whatever. I noticed there's a few things missing. I'm missing the rubber off the actual seat here, the ones that they fit into. They're missing a few other things. It's missing the bolt for the bottom of the exhaust here. So that I'm not too worried about. The exhaust is fairly tight now. Way better than it was. Again, I plan to either modify that exhaust or change it. So, and if I modify it, I'm going to be cutting it right about there. So, I'm not too sure yet. Well, let's see here. Yeah, that's about right. Because I'm going to be cutting it right at the back of that baffle. So, anyway, yeah, I guess that's pretty much it for today. Get to clean up my little bit of a mess. A lot of that's brake clean that's still evaporating. And as for the generator here, it is back together. I got new injectors, rebuilt, well not rebuilt, but pulled apart the pump and a few other things. You'll have to wait for a video on that. Separate video on that. Okay, a little bit of video here. But yeah, so we'll try going up that snow that's about a foot deep in the center. Pretty well bald tires, 2003 Honda 400EX. Okay, up. Going a higher gear? You did too. Yeah, I told her he has to go fast. Okay, jump offer. That never took you very long.
Well, that didn't work.
No, it did not. Right outside the top of the snow. Sits on a heel, just sinking. Don't spin. I promise the video is going to get better in a few seconds. Now watch it get stuck right there again. Aww, so close! Don't throw the chain, buddy. He knows he can't go through there. He just got stuck. He's gonna go up between the trees. There you go, red liner all the way up. Oh man, he threw shit at me. He threw that freaking deer feces at me. He has a stick stuck in his sprocket or something. I'm everywhere with the camera, yep. Something's whining. Give it another rev. Okay, shut her off for a while. Do you hear that whining when you're driving it?
A little bit.
Yeah.
A little hot?
No, it's either something stuck in a sprocket or it could be transmission whine.
I heard when I hit the brakes, it like there's rock in there or something.
Oh, yeah, so yeah, that's probably what I'm hearing. I'm hearing,
yeah.
But it doesn't sound like a rock in a caliper. It sounds like almost a gear whine. But I'll look her over.